If you ever come to Sauk County, God started here and worked his way out, so we got all the best stuff. From all of the man-made attractions here to the natural-made stuff that runs through the county. It's just a great place to live. I have kind of a hidden passion, I guess, for economic development. Seeing what this village has done and what they could do was very enticing. You know, you look at some of these folks who grew up here, they've seen people take risks, and they're never afraid to try that next thing. If you're somebody like the owner of the Kalahari who grew up here, I think it's very second nature for him to say, hey, I'm going to try this. And he did do that. He built the Kalahari, and we know what that's all become today. Unfortunately, people who live here are very entrepreneurial in spirit, and they've managed to grow. It's been going on for almost 100 years now.
My parents, Dave and Joy, started a screen printing and embroidery business here in the Dells in the late 80s. We now call it Just a Game Impressions, kind of under the Just a Game brand, serving a lot of businesses and a lot of schools through uniforms, spirit wear, fan apparel. Kind of got into the sports tourism industry by following my brother and I around, playing basketball tournaments all over the Midwest. They really recognized the opportunity to have a nice quality sports facility in a destination town. They took that leap and built Just a Game Fieldhouse, the first phase in 2006. At Just a Game here, we pride ourselves on our facilities, 2 separate gyms, just shy of 45,000 square feet. Our back gym has got 4 basketball courts, room for up to 8 volleyball nets, and the Court of Champions has bleacher seating for up to 2,000. We are also home here to the Wisconsin Basketball Coaches Association Hall of Fame. We host 70, 80 tournaments a year, multi-day events, a lot of one-day events. In the summer, we're going with something almost every day. In the winter, we run school teams, feeder team tournaments, in addition to club volleyball tournaments.
Our owner, Damon Zumwalt, loves giving back to communities with what sports gave him, and he wanted to make sure he provided that for a ton of different youth athletes, running sporting events, keeping a place up. I personally wanted to fulfill Damon's vision. Kind of started with the Mawson Complex in 2010, the building of the Wisconsin Dells Complex in 2014, and then purchasing of the Woodside Dome, which is where we're at. The Dells Complex Dome's a 100% air-supported facility. It's 90,000 square foot total with 75,000 square foot for the playing surface. We got a 72-foot high ceiling. There's no poles in it. We don't have to worry about running into any poles keeping up the structure. Being able to run so many different events in such a big area, it just gives us a whole lot more flexibility on what we can do. You almost feel like a professional coming in here. Outside, we really try to go from when the snow melts to when the snow comes. Get as many teams in here as we can. We got about 30 events this summer, 6 soccer, lacrosse fields, full football field of turf, fit 2 baseball fields on.
There's a lot of emphasis, I think, on trying to keep our kids busy today, right? Athletics was really a great way not only for kids to get involved in their community, learn about teamwork and cooperation. It's just a great tool all the way around.
Sports, I think, can be a very important part of people's lives, an important part of development. You know, you learn teamwork, commitment, hard work, a lot of camaraderie, lifelong friendships. It is just a game, but you can take a lot from it.
It's always been just a huge part of my life. The joy it brought me as a kid and the joy it still brings me, getting to see those smiles. Sports make memories and build friendships, learn a lot about life. Getting up and being able to come to a sports facility as nice as ours is pretty easy in the morning.
The more teams we can draw, the bigger events we can run. It really fuels the local economy.
It's super easy for us to get people to want to come to Wisconsin Dells. All the attractions, the mini golf and the go-karts and the duck boats, that's a big part of why teams want to come here. We want them to be able to be at the complex for 4 or 6 hours and then get out of here and go have some more fun at some of the other places around town. take home a weekend of memories.
You can go into one community and see the circus, go into another community, ride a roller coaster, and within that same area, go to one of the most scenic, most beautiful parks in the entire state.
Moving forward into the future, we want to always make sure our events are on the cutting edge. There's a great back and forth with city officials, area businesses, stakeholders. We support them, they in turn support us.
The village has put together a great plan for a sports and entertainment district. These new facilities are going to be very popular for years to come and really give teams the ability to have a championship premier experience while they're here. And as we look to developing the festival grounds with the potential outdoor amphitheater, if we can seat 12,000 people and bring in a large act, why not do that? Different types of events and festivals that people can be here outdoors enjoying all summer long would be a big asset to the community.